Dear friend, welcome to our channel once again. In series of doctrine of constitutional interpretation, our doctrine for today is doctrine of repugnancy. You're welcome. Let us see what we are going to cover under this doctrine. We are going to cover to understand what is doctrine of repugnancy, what is difference between, and the second topic is what is difference between doctrine of repugnancy and occupied field. And also we are going to discuss some leading case law related to the doctrine. Let us understand what is doctrine of repugnancy. As you may be aware that doctrine of repugnancy is related to Article 254 of Constitution of India. And you may be surprising that doctrine of occupied field also related to Article 254(1). Since both doctrine are related to same article, then what is the difference between them? So we will understand this here in this video. Repugnancy literally mean inconsistency. Means if there are any inconsistency between two law, which one will prevail, we will try to understand through doctrine of repugnancy. However, to understand it better, let us first understand what is difference between both these doctrine of occupied field and doctrine of repugnancy. See, doctrine of occupied field is related to existence of legislative power. However, doctrine of repugnancy is related to exercise of legislative power. Now, what does this mean actually? So, as you are aware, under the provision of Constitution of India, there are two authority, those are empowered to make law. One is center, which is parliament. Other is state legislation of respective state. And power of making law is also divided under Schedule 7. List 1 is for parliament, list 2 is for state, and list 3 is concurrent list where both state as well as parliament can make law. However, if a state want to make law on any entry of concurrent list, that particular state has to take approval or consent from center or parliament before making it. Doctrine of occupied field is basically initial doctrine when applying to Article 254. For example, if one common topic, let us say banning of alcohol in a state, who can make law on this? Please tell me. If in Gujarat we want to ban alcohol, now tell who can make law, whether Gujarat state or center. You are right. State can only make law to ban alcohol in particular state, not the center. So law can be made only by Gujarat state related to this topic, not by center. If center is going to make any law which is apply only to Gujarat state, that is not valid. So when law making decision is taken, that covered under doctrine of occupied field. So this is beginning. It is at the time of when it is decided who will make law. Okay, if any other who is not having power to make law and made law on that particular topic, that will be void or invalid under doctrine of occupied field. Okay, now see what is doctrine of repugnancy. Okay, if there is already law existence on any topic, okay, for example, let us take Kerala example. Kerala Chitti Fund Act, there is already state act also available, and there is one central act on the same topic, Chit Fund Act. Okay, both law are in existence since before, and maybe the time when they were made, no doctrine of occupied field was applied. Now it is time of application of exercise of this legislative power. Now some case came to court regarding application of Kerala Chit Fund Act or State Chit Fund Act. Now, since law are already on both topic are in existence, then here doctrine of repugnancy will be applied. So there is very thin difference between both the doctrine. Doctrine of occupied field is applied in the beginning of making of law under Article 254. However, doctrine of repugnancy is applied at the time of application of the law when laws on both authority are already in existence. This is the fine difference between both the doctrine. You will find many of the students get confused on this, and even teacher also say both occupied field and repugnancy are the same doctrine, but it is not so. There is very fine difference between both, and now if you have understood this, you can differentiate that occupied field is deciding who will make law on that topic. However, repugnancy is about if there are more than two law available, one from center and one from state, it is a matter of application of the law, which law will be applied. And in case on same topic there are two existing law and they are inconsistent, in general state law will be held invalid under the doctrine of repugnancy. I'm sure by this explanation your doubt will be cleared. Let us see some leading case law related to this doctrine. One is ITC Limited versus Agriculture Product Market Committee AIR 2002. In this case, Supreme Court told that if there on concurrent list any topic there are two law, one is of center and another is of state, and they are inconsistent. At the time of application or applying or exercising this, the central law will prevail, and to the extent state law is inconsistent will be held invalid. Another important case on this topic is M. Karunanidhi versus Union of India AIR 1979. So here there was conflict between Tamil Nadu State Act and Center Act, and Supreme Court held that State of Tamil Nadu Act will be held inconsistent by application of doctrine of repugnancy, and central law will prevail. So I'm sure with this explanation your doubt regarding doctrine of repugnancy and differences between occupied field and repugnancy must have been clear. Thank you very much for watching this video. We covered all this topic. In case you have further any query or comments, please mark me in comment box. I will be glad to reply you. And if you like this video, please like it and subscribe to the channel and share it to your friend to get benefit at the end. Thank you very much again for watching this.